Summertime is convertible time, and in the summer of 2016-17 in South Africa, we're going to be a bit spoilt for choice when it comes to upmarket convertibles. The BMW 4 Series convertible has been out for a while, but now there's also a brand new Mercedes-Benz C-Class cabriolet. And by the end of summer, we should have the brand new Audi A5 cabriolet. What we have on test right now, though, is the BMW 4 Series, which has been around for some time now, but late in 2016, the company updated the engine lineup. And while that's pretty much the headline story right now, there's something about this car you won't read in any press release. And that's the sheer amount of rather quite surprising attention that this car gets. And I'm not talking about the odd thumbs up or someone pointing, I'm talking about people striking up conversations with you while parked at the lights. One guy even stopped traffic so he could gawk at it. Me? I just thought it was the drop-top version of a very nice looking car, not the kind of attention grabber that a lot of people seem to think it is. With its M Sport extras, like the satin chrome accents and the black exhaust tailpipes, it does cut a sporty figure. Another nice aspect to its design is that it still manages to look good with the roof up. Quite a few drop-top versions of cars that were originally sedans seem to lose something in the redesign, but the 4 Series convertible is at least as attractive as the coupe. Top of the 4 Series convertible pile is the M4, but if you can't quite manage the 1.3 million rand price tag, the 440i, this car, is the next best option. 240 kilowatts and 450 newton meters from its 3-litre 6-cylinder turbo motor, with lots of smooth power and a very satisfying soundtrack. It's also pretty good on fuel. Not quite as good as BMW's sub 7 litre per 100 claim, but we saw below 10 more than once without even really trying. Drive is to the rear wheels through an 8-speed Steptronic automatic with shift paddles, which do their part to try and involve you in the drive. Matched to that is the typical confidence-inspiring, sure-footed BMW handling. The steering is good, although it does lack a bit of feel, and the whole experience with the roof down and that exhaust note in your ear is very, very enjoyable. It is a very competent thing, the 440i, and it's also quite undemanding. It doesn't feel like it wants to be driven as hard as possible every time you're behind the wheel. It takes its role as a top-down cruiser quite seriously. And I'm sure if it could, it would tell you that that is the role that it prefers. This car replaces the old 335i convertible, and I have very fond memories of that car because it felt strong, it felt involving, it felt like a performance BMW. By comparison, this car feels a little bit soft. It's just as capable, but it just isn't as much fun when you put your foot down. It really feels like it prefers lazy Sunday drives, where it can appreciate the scenery as you go by. And that's backed up by an interior that's focused on luxury, including bits that blow warm air onto your neck so you can enjoy top-down driving in winter as well. To go with a good standard spec, which includes keyless operation, climate control, heated seats and more, there's the quite decadent red leather option, but quite sensibly, BMW offer more regular choices as well. A word of advice if you're thinking of buying one of these, or any convertible. Its top-down functionality is really a bit useless during the heat of a summer's day because it does get very warm indeed. So the best time to fold the roof away is during the early morning or late afternoon, or if you're feeling brave, at night. Convertible driving is a very cool way to go, and always adds an extra dimension of enjoyment to whatever drive you might be taking. For now, in this class of cabriolet, the BMW 440i presents a very good case. The new Audi A5 cabriolet is still at least months away, and if you want a similarly powered option from Mercedes-Benz, you'll have to fork out 80 grand more. Although for that money, you do get an AMG tweaked all-wheel drive, which should be the more involving car to drive. The 440i is a great cruiser that doesn't mind a bit of sporty driving every now and again, and with its sub R1 million price tag, it really does seem to be the most sensible option. The figures suggest that the 440i convertible is a decent performer, 240 kilowatts and 450 newton meters, with BMW's famous drivability as part of the package. The styling is attractive, the interior is comfortable, it's even competitively priced, but for all its performance credentials, it's not the most enthusiastic when driving with a bit of intent.